Hey, how are you today? I'm so glad to see you. So today, from a new location, I decided to do just a quick 30-minute workout for you. And it's gonna be a low impact workout. And the reason is I'm doing this specifically for my friend who lives in New York and who's just getting back into exercise, and she's not ready for high impact yet. And in New York right now, I'm gonna just tell you, it is February and there's a lot of snow on the ground. So I'm doing this video specifically for her, but if you need a low impact workout that's cardio, because you can't go outside and you don't want to do jumping jacks, then this is the video for you. So let's get started. We're gonna start with like the warm up that I always do. Always is a dynamic warm up. And all you're gonna do is start with some kick across right here. Should feel good. Stretching out through those hips if they're a little tight. Now, if you can, I want you to do a little heel tap, and that'll stretch out through your TFL, quadratus lumborum, that lower back if it's tight. And we're doing good. Now, throughout the whole workout, and I'll remind you, but right now, I want you to start with that belly button pulled in, shoulders nice and tall. And now we're gonna go to quad stretch. So side view, you're just gonna bring that leg back. Also chest stretch in here. Should feel good if your shoulders are a little tight or you've been sitting at the computer a long time. Great stretch to do right here. 3, 2. Now we're gonna stretch out through those hamstrings. So we're all gonna kick it out. Just kick and kick. Now what I want you to do, we're not swinging that whole leg up. Notice the kick, you bring your knee up, then you kick, bring it back, set it down. Up, kick it out, bring it back, set it down. And that'll help save you from pulling a hamstring, because this is a warm-up. But this is the best way to kick anyway, so that you don't ever pull a muscle. All right, good. So you should feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg there. Perfect. We're gonna punch across or reach across. If you don't like the word punch, it's totally fine. But this is a nice upper back stretch. So if you're tight through that upper back, and here's a good one to do. Really stretch it out. Oh man, that feels good. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna step behind and reach over. You're gonna look like a ballerina, and that's totally fine, because ballerinas are cool. But it also is a really nice stretch through your teres major, minor, your lat. If you're still tight out here in the outer hip, it'll be a nice stretch there. And your heart rate should be coming up just a little bit because you're taking your hands over your head. So bonus through this whole thing. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, taking those feet wide with those toes pointed out just a little, and you're just gonna shift your weight from left to right. You should feel a nice stretch on that inner thigh of the leg that's straight. Please make sure you're not doing this massive lunge forward. You wanna keep your feet planted so that you're not hurting your knee joint. So we're just gonna, should feel good, should not be painful. Yes, we are warming up through your quads a little bit, and that's okay. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, if your shoulders will allow you, please do a backward swimmer here. So some people are not able to do this because it hurts their rotator cuff. So if you have any pain through any of this, please stop and don't do it, or just go to where it doesn't hurt. Perfect. We're going to switch direction now. Warming up those shoulders, because we're going to get lots of good shoulder work. Even though it's cardio, you'll see good shoulder work today too. Awesome. Okay, now if you can, and your lower back is able, all we're going to do is a floor sweep. So you're going to start out here on the outside of your right foot, sweep around to the outside of the left, come up. You're going to get a nice stretch on your side. Go back down the same way you came. Sweep around, come back up. Good. So if that's too much and you'd rather just like be right here and brace yourself on your knees and shift your weight a little, that's totally fine. You'll get more of a hamstring stretch. What we're trying to do is your lower back. So if you can brace yourself on your shins, that's fine. Again, it shouldn't be painful at all. It should feel like a really good stretch. So we'll do a couple more of these. Awesome. And last one, and this is my favorite. So if you need a chair to hold on to, or countertop, please find it. But what we're gonna do is just a little kick to the back. So I don't want you doing a massive kick where it hyperextends your back, but kick to the front with a little kick forward. And what I really want you to feel is a nice stretch in your hip flexor here. So if your hip flexors are tight, you should feel it there. It also is just a little bit of mobility for that hip. So we'll switch legs. Should feel good. Again, not hyper arching through that back. 2 and 1. Perfect. Okay, let's do a few low impact jumping jacks just to get that heart rate up a little bit more. So here we go. Here's 20, 19, 18, good. Now I'm gonna have to rely on you guys because my counting, if anybody knows me, my counting, because I start talking and then I forget counting, right? So let's just call this 6, 5, see I already did it. 4, 3, 2, and 1, good. Hopefully you feel warmed up now, all right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set my timer here for 30 seconds, and we're going to do 30 seconds of cardio and take a little 10-second of break, and then we're gonna go again. So we're gonna, it's kind of like a Tabata. It's a Tabata, whatever, don't worry about it. Modification, I guess, but don't worry, I didn't say ciabatta, I said Tabata, so you can go research that. All right, guys, ready? So we're just gonna start with marching in place. So here we go. March for 30 seconds. So this is the time when I'm really gonna make sure shoulders are up, abs are tight, squeeze those glutes, try to get those glutes to activate. We're not going high or anything like that, we're just marching in place for now, okay? So it's okay to swing those arms. We want to start getting that heart rate up just a little. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break. All right, so hanging out here for 10 seconds, and we're going to go to high knees, high knee march. Ready? And go. So the goal is to try to get those knees at hip height if you can. All right, so again, if you're feeling tightness in your hip flexors and your hip flexors are burning, take it a little bit lower. But the goal is to get those knees up at hip height. Check that belly button, pull it into your spine. Doing good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a break. Good. You're gonna hear my watch going off quite a bit, and that's okay, because that means you get to take a break. Okay, now we're gonna go to some more low impact jumping jacks. Ready? And go. Here we go, low impact, taking those hands. So again, if your shoulders hurt, you feel or hear snap, crackle, pop, and you're like, I don't know if that's normal, just bring them as high as you can, all right? Anytime you take your hands above your heart, your heart rate will go up. So if this is as high as you go, your hands are just above your heart, so your heart rate will come up, okay? So don't worry about that. The goal is just some cardio today. Doing good. Hey, take a break. Okay, now for some balance and some core. So we're gonna go to some kickbacks, okay? Ready, and go. So you're alternating kickback, stand, switch feet, stand, good. So this is gonna force you to work your core, work some balance. So really pull that belly button into your spine. Do you see that? Belly button into your spine. If you need to put your hands out for balance, please do. This is gonna work some glute, core, and hamstring. So you're gonna be able to get some cardio and a little bit of muscle work here too. 3, 2, and 1, good. Little break. Now we're gonna do some squats. So feet starting with those feet shoulder width apart, back nice and tall. Here we go, squat. Now here, I really want you to be careful, like you're sitting in a chair. So we're not leaning forward like that. Those feet stay planted, and it's like you're sitting in a chair. So if you want to grab a chair, just sit down and tap, and then come back up, please do. So we're going to talk about some more squat form here in a little bit, but just make sure, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, take a break. Okay. I'm gonna shake that out a little bit. We're gonna do all of that again. So we're gonna start with those marches. In 3, 2, 1, and go. If your heart rate came up, this is a chance to let it come down just a little bit. The goal of this workout is to have your heart rate maintain a pretty level consistency that's not a sitting at the couch level. You want it to be higher than, like, you're exercising, so you want your heart rate to get up. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break. Okay, now we're gonna go to those high knees next. Check those glutes, abs nice and tight, back nice and tall. Everything works here. Ready, go. Again, trying to get that knee at hip height. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, take those elbows and go elbow to opposite knee. And that'll bring that heart rate up just a little bit more, and you'll get a little bit of oblique work, which is always a good thing when you get to add abs to it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take a break. Low impact jumping jacks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. So what I want you to do, abs nice and tight, shoulders tall. Whatever your shoulders will allow you to do is where you need to be. If you can take them all the way overhead, awesome. If you can't, awesome. Just keep moving. That's the point. Good job. Good job. Good job. Awesome. Almost done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, good. Now we're going to do those kickbacks again. Just remember, abs nice and tight. Squeeze those glutes because you're going to work your balance. So, ready? Here we go. Kick back. Switch legs. Kick back. Good. If you need to bring those arms out to the side, you totally can. Awesome. Heart rate should be up just a little bit. Remember, drive that belly button into the spine. That'll help with your balance a lot. 10. I'm distracted by my watch. 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, good. Last one is those squats, all right? So, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So, one thing I want you to keep in mind, feet shoulder width apart, those heels never come off the floor. I want you to try to keep that back tall. I don't want you leaning forward, all right? Keep that back tall. Try to keep your shoulders. You don't want your shoulders to go forward over your knees. So that's going to force you to work your core more. And that's a good thing. So here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break. All right. So now what I want you to do, go get a drink of water and we'll be right back. All right, hope that was a good water break. It was about 30 seconds. So remember that shoulder workout I was gonna give you? Well, now we're gonna do it. So I know you're so excited, huh? You're gonna have amazing shoulders. Okay, so if you have shoulder pain, just do what you can, modify as you can. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna start back with those marches. Ready? Here we go. Again, abs nice and tight to that spine. Pretend like someone's gonna tickle you and you're like, oh, and you brace. That's how you want to tighten those abs. So your core is nice and supported. Shoulders nice and tall. We're gonna do a series of jumping jacks. Well, low impact jumping jack. Well, okay, low impact jacks because they can't be jumping if we're doing low impact, right? Oh, brother. Here's 4, 3, 2. All right, little break. We're gonna go to a regular jack right after this. This little break here in 4, 3, 2, here we go. Just a low impact jack like we did before the water break. Check those abs, should be tight. Shoulders nice and tall. If you want to make this higher and jump it, you totally can. It's really up to you and what your joints are ready for, as well as your heart rate, or your heart. So you can make this as intense as you want. You can go faster to make it more challenging, or you can stay at a slower pace. It's really up to you. Okay, good, take a break. Now we're gonna do front jacks. So those arms are gonna go in front of you. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Arms in front, good. So remember, check those shoulders. If it's snap, crackle, popping, then just go as high as you can. Just try to at least get to your nose height so that your hands are higher than your heart to get that cardio up just a little bit. You can also go faster here. Good, abs nice and tight. Here we go, good job. 4, oh, good, take a break. I was getting into it. Okay, now we're gonna go to clap jacks. So you're gonna clap in front. Ready? And go. So I'm not gonna clap because then it'll be really loud, but abs nice and tight here. You can always speed it up if you want to. I'll leave it up to you. Good, should be a nice stretch, but you're also working through your back a little bit here. Good, don't forget to breathe, please. Here's 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, doing good. 3, 2, and 1. How are your shoulders? You starting to feel warm yet? Yay! You're welcome. Okay, now we're gonna do it all again. Back to that march. Ready, go. March, 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 march. Again, if that heart rate's coming down, go ahead and pick up the pace. That's okay. This is your workout. You make it as hard or as easy as you want, but you're spending the time, you might as well challenge yourself just a little bit, right? Abs tight, shoulders tall. Good job. Good job. Almost done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go into those regular jacks. Let the heart rate come down just a little. And here we go. Just a regular old jumping jack. Abs tight, as fast as you want to go. Good, 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 good. So, you can still get a good workout in a tiny little amount of space. And the weather being yucky, look at that. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Take a little break. Good, now we get to do those front jacks. Those hands in front of us. Ready, ready? And go. So taking those hands overhead. Good. If you wanna go faster, you can. Really warm up those shoulders, right? Oh boy, it's so good. Good job. Almost done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay. Now we have that last one, clap jacks. So, is everybody doing okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're doing it. Yeah, okay, good. Awesome. Just making sure. Ready? And clap jack. All right, I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit. Good. Again, go at your own pace. And this is, you're on your toes a little bit here. So if you're starting to feel your calves being like, hey, what's going on? We gotta make sure we stretch them out at the end. So we're doing good, we're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right. So, this is not going to be like a big movement, but I want to finish out your shoulders for you. If they're already tired, then you don't have to do this, or do what you can, all right? So we're just gonna start with some arm circles, and you'll realize how using your own body weight can be so effective. So, ready? Here we go. Actually, I'm not even gonna do a timer. We're just gonna do arm circles forward. So here, please, the tendency is to start sagging through that back or arching, or please squeeze those glutes. Abs nice and tight. Shoulders over hips, and you'll be fine. Good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other direction. It's so good. Remember, if you need to take a break, totally fine. Please do. No problem. The strong shoulders help a lot because we use our shoulders for a lot of stuff and we don't even realize it. Good. Okay. Little break and back into it. But now big circles forward. Good, 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 good. And if that's hard, you can alternate them. Look like a windmill. It gets your core a little bit more this way. So if you want to do that, you totally can, or you can stick with the going together. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Backwards. Hey, you're doing so good. Are your shoulders burning yet? Because mine are. Isn't it awesome? Oh man. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Lord, for shoulders. Okay, so now let's finish off with a little bit more legs, and then we'll do a quick stretch, okay? So I want to get this is going to be more cardio, and we're really going to activate your glute and your quad right now. So this is a runner. Just going to plant that foot stationary right there, driving the weight through your heel. I don't want you coming up on your toe. Drive the weight through your heel. That you have to have a straight line from your head all the way to your tailbone, so don't end up going here. Nice and tall. We look tall, all right? 30 seconds, and all you're gonna do is a little tap back. Ready? Here we go. Tapping back. Abs tight. Back tall. Don't worry about your arms. If your arms are like, I don't know what to do with them, it's throwing me off, let them do whatever they want to do, because it's more about making sure that weight stays in your heel, your back's nice and tall, your abs are nice and tight. This leg should be burning a little bit by now, maybe even your glute, and that's what's supposed to happen. You're almost done. 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. Switching sides. You can't be lopsided. That's just horrible. So can't let that happen. Driving the weight through your heel. Abs nice and tight. Ready? Here we go. Good. I'm gonna turn and face you guys a little bit more here, so good job, good job. Please remember, weight in the heel, because the tendency is gonna wanna rock on that toe as your leg gets tired. Don't let that happen. Keeping the weight in the heel, activate your glutes. Back nice and tall, almost done. 10, 9, 8, 7, doing so good. Yeah, you're welcome. This is amazing, huh? Done. You're probably not saying thank you right now, and that's okay. You don't have to. When your leg feels like it's gonna be on fire, I get it. But guess what? You have to do it one more time. So back to that first leg. Ready? Here we go. Just doing a runner. Good. If your leg starts burning and you're like, I don't know, just stop, shake it out really fast, and go back into it, all right? But remember, weight in the heel, back nice and tall. Good, because your body's gonna wanna compensate and find the easiest way. Don't let that happen. You are in control of your body. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Hopefully you felt some glute action. That's awesome, because glutes are so important for your lower back strength. So it's good that those glutes are burning. Ready? Other side, and go. Driving through the heel, abs nice and tight. Again, don't worry about your arms. You could put them up here if you want, then it's really hard. So whatever you want to do, it's all about keeping that weight in your heel, abs tight and back tall. Doing good. You have 10 seconds left. So good, huh? So good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. High 5. Okay. Before we finish, we have to stretch some of those muscles. So
I know for some people it's hard to get down on the floor and then get back up, so we're just gonna do it standing. And what I want you to do is, if you have a chair and you need a chair, please grab it for balance reasons. But we're gonna start with a quad stretch. So you can grab that foot. If that's too challenging, grab your pant leg, whatever you need to do to stretch your quad, all right? If you're wearing shorts, you know, grab the back of your shoe. Some people do that. Whatever you can grab to stretch the front of that foot or the front of that leg. Guess what? Even here, it's important to keep those abs tight, your shoulders over your hips, and that standing knee should be slightly bent so that you don't hyperextend that knee on your standing leg. So, should feel good. Other side. Again, if you need a chair to hold on to, or a table or a wall, you could easily grab onto a wall for stability as well. Here we go. Left leg, same thing. However you can hold on. Your shoe, if you want to wrap a towel around your ankle, you can do that. Pause and go get a towel. That's totally fine too. Whoa! Standing leg slightly bent. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, you're gonna do a staggered stance here. So both toes should be pointing forward. Push that back heel into the floor. I want you to feel a stretch in your calf, particularly the top part of your calf. So the longer the stance, the more stretch you'll have. You might even be getting a nice little hip flexor stretch here. Great, perfect. So all we're gonna do is just push that heel into the ground right now, air into the floor. Back nice and tall, abs nice and tight. Good, good, good. Now we're gonna bend that back knee in. Still trying to push the heel on the floor, even though it won't go. You're still trying to push your heel into the floor. And now it's gonna stretch your soleus, which is the bottom half of that calf, okay? And that gets just as tight as the gastroc part. So bend that back knee in. Should feel good. Remember, every stretch should feel good. It should not be painful. So if it's painful, back off just a little bit. Let's switch sides. So nice long stance. Again, if you need to hold onto a wall or a chair for balance, please do. Make sure both of those toes are pointing forward. Pushing that back heel into the floor as much as possible. Abs tight, back tall. Good job. Wasn't too bad, it was pretty fast. Bend that back knee in. Perfect. Should be in the bottom half of your calf now, the soleus. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we need to get your hamstring. So you know, kick a leg out and then hinge back at your hips. Just don't put your hand on your kneecap because then it'll hurt. Slight bend in the back of this knee and you'll get a really nice stretch in your hamstring. Feels amazing. If you have a desk job or you drive a lot, you should do this stretch a couple times a day at least. Some physical therapists recommend stretching your hamstrings every hour. But if you're driving truck, that's kind of hard to do. All right, good. Other side. But desk jobs, you can definitely do it. Just set a little timer on your phone or your computer. Again, slight bend in that knee. Don't push on the kneecap. You're bracing yourself on your quads. Good, good, good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. For your glutes, you probably will want, you can sit in a chair, you can use a wall. If your balance is really good, that's great. So what I want you to do, sit in a chair, or if you're standing, cross your ankle over your knee, and then just squat into it. So you'll just squat, pushing your knee away from you. If you're using a chair, then what I want you to do is just sit down, cross your knee over your ankle. If that's enough, great. If you don't feel anything, lean forward, all right? Chair makes it easier because you don't have to feel like you're attempting to stand up while doing it. but it's great balance challenge if you do it standing. Okay, let's switch sides here. Go to that other leg, cross an ankle over knee, and then just sit. Like you're sitting in a chair. Push that knee away from you if you're here, or if you're sitting in a chair, lean forward if you're sitting in the chair. But it should be a nice stretch in that glute. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Last thing we need to do is stretch through your shoulders. So we're gonna do a rear delt stretch to begin with. So cross that arm in front of you, and then grab with your opposite arm and just pull toward your chest. Should feel really good in that deltoid area. A little bit of trap maybe. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, excellent. Shake it out. Other side. Oh man, that feels so good, doesn't it? It's magical. Oh, can you tell that I love stretching? It feels so good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one. Now we got to get the frontal part of those deltoids. So if your shoulders will allow you, just clasp your hands behind your back and then pull down. Now, if you can, if that feels okay on your shoulders, go ahead and lift. Lift as high as you can behind you. That gets the frontal part of your shoulder as well as a little bit of your pec. So this is a good stretch to do as well. If you have a desk job, helps round those shoulders back out from being forward. So pull those shoulders back. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one. Deep breath in. Fill those lungs, big stretch up to the ceiling. Oh, feels so good. Exhale. One more stretch. Deep breath in. And exhale. And you did it. Good job, my friends. You did it. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And if you have something that you want me to train specifically, let me know and I'll do a video for you. So this is Ashley signing out. Have a good day.